start the recording. So this is just audio, no video. Don't worry about that. And otherwise, you can just ignore this. Just be yourself. Cool.
Okay. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Erik, don't be too much of yourself.
Hello and welcome back to Apaka Podcast, and today I have a special treat for you. I am playing a game with my niece and my nephew. It's a little different. It's a little different today. We took a break from the ABC game engine. We're on vacation right now, and so we're just kind of shooting the breeze. And my niece and my nephew, we like to play kind of live-action RPGs, right? We run around the house and make fun stories that are, of course, negotiated by dice, because otherwise it's just playing pretend. And we're very serious people here. We play very serious games, and so we don't play pretend. We play RPGs with dice. But anyway, I was issued a challenge from my niece. She wanted the hardest game I had. And obviously I couldn't let her down, and so I did a little bit of research, and I happen to have a module on my computer, which some of you may know as the Tomb of Horrors, which is a Gygax original and is well known for being quite brutal. However, they've never played D&D or anything like that before, so I decided to put a little twist on it. We're actually going to be using the Dread engine, which uses a Jenga Tower, right? So if you know how to play Jenga, then you know how to play Dread. And so this is not a tutorial in Dread, but you'll figure it out real quick. So, Macaulay, would you like to tell me what characters you rolled up with today?
Yes. I have Matthew, who's a paladin.
Yeah.
And I have Melody Sue.
Yes.
Who is a bard. And, yeah.
I don't think we named the third one. We'll see if we get to that. And, Aaron, who do you have?
I have Ryu and Rogue.
Ryu the Rogue.
And I have Dream the Wizard.
Dream the Wizard. Awesome. Sweet. So, let's just go ahead and get started. This adventure module gives us a little bit of background. Somewhere, lost under a lonely hill of grim, a foreboding aspect lies within a labyrinth crypt. A crypt is where they bury people, filled with terrible traps and a few strong, ferocious monsters to slay the unwary. Rich treasures, both precious and magical, fill the crypt. But in addition to aforementioned guardians, some say a demi-lich still haunts this ward. So, we're going to skip over some of these details, and I'm going to say you were both hired by some company to investigate this tomb. And so you and your compatriots show up in front of a sandy cliff, right? And so behind you, I will say there's a forest. Ahead of you, you know the kind of rough location of the tomb, and you're looking at this cliff face. And if you look at it, you can see there's a couple kind of like crevices and a couple stones. But other than that, it's pretty nondescript. But you know it's here. Someone has told you it's here. So your first challenge, as we start to learn the new rules for the Dread engine, is just to find the crypt itself. So what do you want to do to try and find your way into this tomb? You don't know where it is yet. The Tomb of Horrors? The cliff?
You get a lot of TNT.
TNT,
Blow
all right.
it up.
You blow it up. Okay. So I'm going to say you have a wizard with you. Wizards are pretty close to TNT. Do you want to cast a fireball against the cliff and blow it up?
Yeah.
Alright, so in Dread, when you do things that might fail, you have to pull a block from the Jenga Tower. And if the tower falls, your character dies.
Oh.
You asked me for my hardest game.
Oh my.
So Aaron, why don't you pull a block from the Jenga Tower to see if you successfully can cast Fireball into this cliff? You may use one finger. Well, yeah, you can do that. You can pick it up. Oh, you can't take that top one. That's my mistake. I should have been more clear. Yeah, let's clear this up. Okay. It can't be at the top layer. Anywhere else is okay. Use one finger.
Oh, that's a risky one.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron.
He's a brave wizard. He's already created the letter I.
Stop.
You can quit at any point.
Stop, guys. Stop.
Okay. You don't have to finish. But if you do, you... Oh, yeah. That was a risky move, but I liked it. All right, so you go ahead and you wave your hands in the air. What color is your magic? Red, blue, green,
Purple.
Vomit. Yellow and green mixed together and speckles shoot forth from your hand in this giant stream of projectile fire that explodes into the hill and rips a bunch of the sand away, and you are presented with 3 tunnels. They are pretty dark, so you'll have to approach them if you want to see what's inside.
I got it.
Okay.
So, are we trying to get out of the cave?
So you're trying to get into the tomb and steal the riches.
But one tunnel will lead to it.
Well, you don't know. You're presented with 3, and that's all the information you have.
I play my harp so that we can hear the echo off the other side of the tunnel.
Okay, I like that.
I don't. So it'll echo if there's a wall, and it won't echo if there's an opening.
Okay, so you stand in front of each tunnel. There's 3 of them. And so I should start drawing a picture. I got paper for this. Sorry, listeners, you can't see my picture. Don't worry, it's beautiful. So the first tunnel, you play your harp in front of it, and it seems pretty short. You get that echo pretty quickly. The second tunnel, you play in front of it, and it seems pretty long. The third tunnel, you play in front of it, and it's kind of in the middle. It's longer than the first, but shorter than the second.
Okay.
They're pretty clever. I don't know if I can do this.
Well, I feel like the longest one seems most dangerous. Because if we get caught down there, that's dangerous. Because we might not be able to get out. Are these straight tunnels like your illustrations?
The story of the imagination. What does straight mean?
You said we don't do imagination.
Aaron is calling me out because I asked him to be serious before we started the game. No, I mean, it's a story of the imagination. It's what is a straight line might not actually be straight. It could be a slight weave, a slight bend. I'm an amazing artist, but it's not perfect.
Wow. We hear an echo back from everyone, though.
Yes. But
I say we take the medium one.
The medium one. Okay. You go to the medium tunnel.
Do I have to pull a block?
No. I'm only going to ask you to pull a block if there's a chance that your character might die.
Oh, okay. Aaron? My gosh, dude. I'm a mockingbird.
Okay, so you start to go through the medium tunnel, and you come to a short hallway with 2 separate doors, dimly visible, at the end of a roughly worked plain stone corridor. The doors have a triangular top piece with skulls planted in the center of them. one with horns that come down and form like a W, and one where it comes straight down like the letter A.
Oh.
And there are runes across the top of the doors, but otherwise they're very plain.
Okay.
Hugo, you didn't pull a Jenga block.
Am I playing both my characters?
You can play
At
both
the
your
same
characters, yes. So if you knock over the Jenga Tower with those feet, man.
Oh my!
He's putting his feet up on the desk trying to rest him. Oh man.
Put him down. Okay. I say I play my harp again, but then like little animals scurry inside the cave, and they know which one to go to. They know which door to go to.
Okay, so you play your harp. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ask you to pull a Jenga block to see if this magic works. And you can, if you think the tower's gonna fall, you can stop at any time, but then the ability just doesn't work.
Okay. Did you just throw?
I tried to assassinate you. Alright, you gotta put the block on top of the tower. I forgot, you gotta do yours too. Awesome. Alright, so you play your music and these small little animals. What do we got? You tell me, what kind of animals and what do they do in the tunnel? They don't know the answer, but they can explore.
Squirrels and possums and rabbits and bunnies.
Rabbits. What's going
And hermit
rabbits?
crabs and snakes. Basically anything that's small and goes on the ground.
Okay. Okay, so the animals start to scurry in and they're sniffing at the walls and they're looking at things and they start to walk up to the two doors. Unfortunately, for the small little animals, a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long stone partition fires across the chamber and traps the small little animals behind a wall.
Aww. Okay, so now I have to figure out the door by myself.
So you are now faced with a wall. What was a hallway to two doors is now blocked because a big stone has slid in front of your path.
I say my guy Matthew pops out of nowhere and charges the wall with a tree.
Okay. Yeah. So he goes in there. Matthew's a paladin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he
Figured he'd be strong.
summons on his holy might and decides this is an evil door and smites it with a tree that he grabs from the forest and charges in like a battering ram, and it shatters into pieces.
Yeah.
And all the little animals are like scurrying around crazy, and then they all run out of the tunnel.
Wow. So we've now saved the animals.
You've saved the animals that were trapped.
Now can we see the doors again?
Yeah, you can go up and investigate the doors.
Okay.
I say we go in the one that looks like an A. Seems eviler.
I was thinking of, since I have a dream.
You have a dream.
Yes, a dream. A YouTuber. Okay, so I was thinking the wizard could teleport behind the to the right tunnel. In the right tunnel.
Into the right tunnel? Well, you don't know which one's the right tunnel. You can, I'll say you can use some kind of divination
this guy can
magic.
tell the future since he's a wizard.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, cool.
So hold up. First, who approaches the door? Matthew?
Me.
Or Ingrid?
Ingrid?
Ingrid Sue, your bard.
Her name was Melody.
Melody Sue? Yeah, sure, whatever.
No,
Yeah. She has multiple names, multiple personas for her different record labels.
Okay, I get that. I feel like Matthew should, since he's like a paladin, go.
I like it. Cool. Yeah,
So,
Matthew.
like, he should be killed first and stuff.
Matthew approaches the door and he pulls on the handle and the door opens up to a stone wall. It doesn't go anywhere. And if he opens up the other door, it's the same. They were false doors.
Wow, this whole time.
I'll go pull a Jenga.
No, Aaron.
You don't need to pull a Jenga. Okay, but your wizard Dream, he goes into a trance and waves his hands around like he's one of those crazy noodle sellers at the car lot.
Oh, it looks like you.
And he follows his wavy noodly arms to the middle longest tunnel and has decided that that is the way that should be the correct path.
I thought you said those are imposter.
So you were over here in the medium tunnel, and you went out and into the... You've decided that your divination is telling you that this tunnel is the correct one.
Okay, let's go pull a
long
Jenga.
No.
She just wants to die.
If he tells you to.
Okay, well, you're at the tunnel. What do you want to do?
I wanna rest.
No.
And
No,
do
we don't.
Nothing.
Dream sits down.
No, we don't.
What does Ingrid and Matthew do?
Ingrid and Matthew, the productive ones. We, well, wait, where are we?
Right here, outside the long tunnel.
We go inside.
All right, you go inside.
Except we, light speed it down the tunnel.
Let's see how that.
You just want to book it.
Yeah.
That's what you've decided is the right answer.
Yes.
Okay, go
We
pull a
just-
Jenga. Let's pull a Jenga.
All right, so I'll read the description, and then you can figure out... I mean, that's a totally valid thing to do. So, let me read the description, and you can tell me if that's still what you want to do. You enter the tunnel, and brilliant colors are everywhere. Pigments painted on stone are undimmed by the passage of decades. The floor is a colorful mosaic featuring distinct, winding path of red tiles, forming a 2-foot-wide meandering trail
Aaron.
south down the corridor.
Okay.
A few chips and gaps reveal that cement or plaster covers the underlying stonework of the corridor, and it may provide a smooth surface for the illustrated scenes. So yes, you can continue to run down this tunnel if you want, but I wanted to give you the description first.
I say we book it.
You book it.
Okay.
Okay. Anything special about your booking it, or just fast?
Well, something special is that as we book it,
Something busted happened.
as we book it, the wall lights up. You know, like in the grocery stores, like how the when you walk by or you run by, your choice, and then the freezer things light up. You know?
No.
Okay, great.
You live in
That it's like that, except it's a wall and there's no pizzas in there.
You must live in
There's a
Japan.
pizza. Aaron.
What? I'm calling Japan smart.
Okay, so you run down the corridor, and I'll say you guys have torches or something so you can light. So it kind of feels like the room is lighting up as you run through it. But since you're running, I'm going to need each of you, for each of your characters, to pull a Jenga block. So that's 4 blocks in total, 1 for each character.
I'm call going 2 first.
We have to pull 2. When if we ever?
When is running scary?
Okay. I'm gonna book my sister to a fly.
Wait. One at a time, little man. Alright. How? I've taken out 2.
Okay.
Aaron,
We're
that
doing
was
pretty good.
That's
We're doing
scary,
pretty
dude.
good. This is a wobbly tower, man.
Wobbly life.
All right, that's
And
one.
that's our
Are you gonna put it
sponsor
on top?
of the video.
Yeah. Doopy. What is that?
No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. No.
You're
No.
That's a wobbly
way.
tower, man.
No way, dude. That's not it.
All right, you gotta put it on top. Oh no, your character is blowing away. If he blows away, he dies. Alright, you got him. Amazingly, we've pulled all of those. As you start to run down the hallway, you step on a portion of the floor that starts to give under your feet. But at the last second, you leap forward and roll, and you watch a portion of the floor flop down, and you catch a glimpse of spikes sitting on the bottom of a deep pit. And this portion of the floor rocks down, and then rocks back up and closes itself, readying itself for its next victim.
Woohoo!
That's not dirt.
And that's why I had them all pull a block.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a sweaty.
Well, the spikes are unsettling, not gonna lie.
Okay, so you dash to the end of this hallway and jump over the pits, and you are met face to face with a large stone face. It's green and carved into the wall, and so straight in front of you is this stone face, and then to your left there is a stone archway that is filled with mist.
Stone archway that is filled with.
And in the stone archway there are 3 stones. In the bottom left you have a yellow stone, on the top you have a blue stone, and in the bottom right you have an orange stone.
I say 3 of our characters press the stones all
I
at the
never
same
agreed
time.
to that.
Right, well, you're about to.
No.
Are the stones like stones, or are they something we can like press?
Okay. So as you start to walk towards the archway, the base stone on the bottom left starts to glow more, and it starts to glow up the side of the archway towards the top gem, and the right stone starts to glow orange up the side of the archway, so the left half is yellow and the right half is orange.
Hello, everybody.
Aaron, go away.
Okay. Aaron was taken away from us by aliens.
Man, it was tragic.
That's okay, you now have 4 characters, which
Ooh,
doubles
I
your
like-
probability of surviving this adventure.
I like this. I like rogues. They're cool. Alright.
Yes, so you go through that, and you want to press the stones. Is there a particular order in which you want to press the stones?
All at once.
All at the same time. Okay. If you get your 3 characters to all press at the same time, it feels like they start to depress, but there's some kind of resistance. It won't let you press them all at the same time.
I have the wizard chant a spell on
Okay.
it so that it works.
You have him do some kind of divination,
Yeah.
but you're going to have to pull a block if you want that to work.
Pull a block.
From the tower.
What are my options? Oh, the Jenga Tower. I thought we were talking about like in real life. And that, I mean the story.
I don't know if that one counts.
It
But
definitely
I'll let it go. Put it on top.
Just want to put that out there.
Alright. Yeah, so he starts to do some divination. And he gets the picture of a clock in his mind. And the clock is spinning.
Okay.
That's all he gets.
That's all he gets? What does he do? Tick-tock the clock? Well, I don't... Does that mean we have limited time left? That's a scary thought. Okay.
The wizard starts calculating on this idea of clocks and numbers and turnings and gears. And it starts to think about the direction and the motion of the clock.
It wants me to do the stone on the left. It wants me to do the orange.
It does want you to do the stone on the left, which is yellow.
Yeah, that
And
one.
So you press on the yellow one and it lights up. You feel very happy with your decision.
Oh, now it wants me to do the orange. The one in the middle! No!
It does the one on the top, the blue one, and you press it in and it illuminates blue and you feel very happy about it.
Now I want to do the last one.
And so you push the orange one and all of a sudden the vapors that are in the gateway disappear and you can look forward and see that the hallway continues.
I say the wizard creates a firework and then he blows up the hallway with the firework. That's what I say.
He shoots a blast of fire. It shoots through the archway and hits the wall at the far end. And that's it. Nothing happens.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Okay, so then we walk where the firework went.
Okay.
Down there.
So you start to walk through the archway, and you pass through the arch, and it's a short hallway. I don't know, maybe 10 feet. But the more you walk, the longer it feels. And the hallway feels like it's getting longer, and it starts to twist. And you look backwards, and the doorway that you came through, the archway, looks upside down. And you look forwards, and you start to get very dizzy, and everything blacks out for just a second.
Oh. All of us? All four of us black out?
Yes.
At the same time? We're in
Yes.
stages.
Everybody all at once. And all of a sudden, you start to wake up again, and your head hurts. Oh, but you start to feel better very quickly. And you find yourself in another room.
Not the same room we were in before.
Not the same room.
Ooh. Oh.
You are about here.
That's where we are?
That's where you are, way
But
over
we
there.
were just here.
Yep, you were just over here.
But now we're here. So someone must have moved us. Wait, what's in the middle of all these tunnels?
Supposedly your destination. Alright, so you wake up into a small stone chamber. And you start to look around, and it's dark, but you still have your torches, so you hold them up and you start looking around. And most of the walls are just, again, this kind of rough-cut stone. However, there is also a broken 8-foot-tall statue of a 4-armed gargoyle squatting in the corner, alone in the dark. A gargoyle? It's like a stone monster with wings and claws, sometimes some horns.
But it's stone, it's not real.
It is a 8-foot-tall statue. Its 3 remaining hands, so it had 4. One of them was broken off. Appears as if in a position of supplication or need, like it is asking for something. There's also a small tunnel somewhere.
I say we find out what the statue needs.
Okay. Yeah, so you look around, and you look at the front of the statue, you look at the back of the statue, you look in the other corners of the room, and you find the 4th broken off arm of the statue on the floor nearby. Your wizard also seems to notice that the statue emanates some aura of magic. There's something special about this.
I say we put his arm in his hand.
Okay.
Do I need a pull block? That sounds a little scary.
I don't know yet. I gotta keep reading.
Oh.
Okay, so you put put his 4th arm into his hands, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens. But you do notice that there are holes in the palms of all the hands as you were fiddling with the different statues.
Holes.
Yeah. Kind of like little cups, like you could sit something in the hands.
Should we put the torches in his hands?
It's a little too small for a torch.
Oh. What else do we have?
let's see, you'd probably have rope, daggers, maybe some money, food, maybe some healing supplies.
We give him money?
Money? Okay, yeah, so you go ahead and you put some gold coins into each of the pockets of the hand. And then you kind of get a feeling like it fits in there pretty nicely. And so you're like, okay, this is a cool decision. I like that. You put them in there, and you kind of step back and you just wait a little bit to see if anything happens. So after a minute, you're like, well, this is kind of weird. But you start to hear some grinding and some crunching, and the hands start to crush the gold in their hand and turn it into a fine powder. And it makes a small pile on the floor, and this harsh sounding voice emanates in your head. Your sacrifice was not in vain. Look to the fourth to find your gain. And as these words are spoken, an invisible gem, which is a weird thing to say, but you're holding that fourth hand, appears inside the palm of the broken off hand. And you can feel it sitting there. You don't really know, you can't see it, but you can feel that there's this kind of crystal inside of the hand of the fourth hand.
Right. Can you reread me what you heard in your mind?
Your sacrifice was not in vain. Look to the fourth to find your gain.
Look to the fourth, we found a crystal gem.
It's currently sitting in the hand.
Can we pick it up?
You can pick it up. You can take it.
Can we take the hand with us?
Yeah.
Can we leave it in the hand and take the hand with us?
Sure.
Can we look around for a place that could hold a crystal? Or a gem or something? Could there be like a gem holder?
Yeah. So you search the room, but there doesn't appear to be anything else of interest in here.
Is there a tunnel out?
Yes, there's a small tunnel that you can crawl through.
So we crawl through it.
You take the gem in the hand with you? Alright, you take the gem in the hand with you, and you crawl through the tunnel. Scroll back down to where I was. I'm really upset that you're not dead yet.
Oh. I thank you.
Okay, it just breaks you out into another hallway. It is a long hallway. Oh, it goes down like this.
Do we see anything on the walls in the hallway?
So there are two doors on the side of the hallway, here and here. And then at the far end of the hallway, there appear to be more tunnels, but you are too far away to see what's in them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like there's another tunnel here, and maybe something over here.
Can we try and blow up the doors?
Yep. So you go ahead and you
Wizard's power.
blast the doors, and a spear shoots out and sticks itself in the far side of the wall. So you have successfully averted being stabbed to death.
Okay. So we step aside the spears and go to the end.
Alright. I think we have run out of time.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I think we need to pause this and see. Maybe we can pick
this up. Can I just
this
get
up.
killed really quick? Can I just open one of the doors and get killed?
Actually, do this for me. Let's just start pulling Jenga blocks and let's speed run and see how far we can get into the dungeon.
Okay. This one.
1,
2.
3,
3.
Oh, that's shaky.
Almost had
Oh,
4.
no. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how far you... Oh, this is a pretty picture. Come look at this. Number 16. There's a ramp. Let's see, what does that ramp bring us to? All right, you make it deep into the dungeon until you accidentally spring a counterweight corridor trap. A magic device. When one or more characters step 30 feet down the hallway, the whole corridor starts to shift on a beam and becomes a slide that causes everyone on top of it to slide forward into a pit of lava. And the entire group is cooked alive.
Brutal way to die.
Whew.
Man.
Talk about a total party kill. One trap that takes everybody
Wait, could I
out.
have made it to the tomb successfully?
Can you? Yes, but it's much farther. If we had more time, we could have explored more of this dungeon. There's a lot in here. There's a lot of cool traps and a lot of cool gems and nifty little pictures. This is a fun adventure. I like this one.
This is cool.
So, all right, we'll try this again another day. But I think, I wish we had gotten a little bit farther and that we could have set off a couple more traps manually. But for how little time we have, I think we did pretty well. And honestly, I'm a little impressed. You guys were pretty clever in the front. I thought I was going to get you with some of those traps, but you're thinking ahead. I gotta up my game a little bit. But I think if we had more time, the inevitable that is the game of dread would have eventually claimed us, because you can only take so many blocks from the Jenga Tower before it falls. So it was a nifty trick. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I had an absolute blast here.
Me too.
I'm glad you did. We'll have to do this again. This is the ABCGM signing off. I'll see you next time.